After the success of her 7th album, Renaissance, Beyonce chose to switch things up for her latest release. Media icon and recognized as one of the queens of pop, Beyonce releases her 8th studio album, COWBOY Carter. This is the Act 2 to Beyonce's 3-album trilogy, starting with Renaissance back in 2022, and the trilogy will end whenever Beyonce releases her 3rd album. But I'm not rushing her because she just released this one. For this album, Beyonce's doing something very different. A country album. Now, at first, I used to be a little skeptical towards country music, but after what I've heard from artists like Orville Peck and Faye Webster, I've started to really warm up to the genre, and it made me very excited for what I was going to hear out of COWBOY Carter. And Beyonce is no stranger to the country scene. While known exclusively for her pop and R&B sound that she's established over the past 6 and 7 albums that she's released in the past, Beyonce is no stranger to the genre. Growing up in Houston, Beyonce would often perform at rodeos at a young age, and just recently, and by just recently I mean late 2010s, Beyonce did even release a country song in the form of Daddy Lessons on Lemonade. And don't get it twisted, this may be billed as a country album, but Beyonce does not hold back from blending in other genres that she's incorporated in the past. The album kicks things off with the really powerful and gospel-infused song American Requiem, which really sets things off right, giving us the powerful Beyonce vocals that many fans know and love, and giving us a taste of what we should expect going into this album. And then the first of the 2 covers we get on here is Blackbird by the Beatles, which really caught me off guard and also got me very excited. You could imagine when I first heard this song that I started singing it to myself in the car. And with this song, we start to see some of the features Beyonce has on here. She's got Tanner Adele on this, Brittany Spencer is on here, Shabusi is on here. Beyonce really takes the time to highlight Black country artists on this album, especially putting them on the same album where you hear the voice of Willie Nelson, Linda Martell, Dolly Parton. And what I like about the features of Willie Nelson and Linda and Dolly is it doesn't feel like they're overshadowing this album. Willie Nelson and Linda Martell actually serve as interlude hosts for the fictional radio station on this album, KNTRY. Get it? KNTRY spells country. Speaking of Dolly, I cannot talk about this album without talking about Beyonce's rendition of Jolene on this album, and how she differentiates and sort of diverts from what Dolly did on the original song, while keeping faithful and true to the original song. Instead of saying, "I'm begging you, please don't take my man," Beyonce's more, "I'm warning you, don't come for my man." Between this song and Hold Up from Beyonce's album Lemonade, I'll probably still pick Hold Up from Lemonade, but it's still really awesome when you hear Beyonce say lines like, "I'm still a Creole banshee bitch from Louisiana." And then Beyonce keeps the powerful country sound going. Texas Hold'em feels like a perfect line dancing song. Daughters delivers on a really powerful operatic sound to it. The beautiful duet between Miley Cyrus and Beyonce on Two Most Wanted. And while I love the line, "I'll let you be these Levi jeans so you could hug that ass all day long," I don't exactly know how I feel about Post Malone being one of the people to deliver that line. Yeah, especially really delivers on that blend of genres that Linda Martell mentions when she introduces it on the preceding interlude. You've got your pop and R&B on here. You've got your rock and country on here. And then on songs like Spaghetti and Tyrant, she goes back to the rap sound, giving us something that we would be more familiar with going into a Beyonce song. Spaghetti alone is, in my opinion, some of the hardest lyrics I've ever heard from Beyonce since Formation, Hold Up, maybe Diva even. But I think Sweet Honey Buckin' takes us a step back, and in my opinion is the flattest song on this album. It really felt like it was going all over the place. It made me feel like how I felt listening to Insano. It felt like it was doing a lot, or it was trying to do a lot and missed the mark a bunch. And then bringing it full circle with Amen on the end of the album, back to that gospel sound and even repeating exactly what she was saying on the first half of the album, American Requiem. While I think Sweet Honey Bucket was a bit of a stumble towards the end, I personally don't think that detracts from this listen. And fans of country or otherwise, hell, fans of Beyonce or otherwise, are going to so enjoy this album. Beyonce is actively showing that she can make really strong and powerful music in not just her native genre of R&B, but across other genres. And it's got me really excited for what she's gonna do with her third act in this trilogy. I am not afraid to give Beyonce's Cowboy Carter a perfect score of 5 scratches. This album does a tremendous job bringing Beyonce into the country music scene, bringing us something that doesn't completely alienate the listener, while giving us something that is unique and sounds fresh to somebody who is a fan of country or not. I highly recommend giving this album a listen if you have not already. You do not know what you're missing, and this is certainly a solid body of work. But let me know your thoughts. Did you like this album? Did you not like this album? You know what to do. Go down in those comments and let me know. While you're down there, don't forget to scratch that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell if you want to stay up to date on the latest Scratch Entertainment content. Additionally, if you're an artist who wants to get discovered and profiled, you have a music story you would like me to know about, you're a fan and you want to suggest music, reach out to me on Instagram, TikTok, whatever you can get me to, get me there and I'll be happy to chat with you. As always, there's more content coming soon. Don't forget to keep it locked to Scratch Entertainment. You hear?